Now to see how things are looking on this hump day. It's already been a rough start to the week as far as the heat and the humidity is concerned, Rob.
So humid across the board yesterday morning. Then we got a little break from some of the humidity, at least in some of the area. And we're still feeling a little bit of that break this morning in some of the area. But I think everybody's going to get hot this afternoon. More like mid-90s kind of hot and for several hours, unless we can find a few scattered showers. While I don't think there's going to be very many, I can't rule them out. So a couple of showers are still possible. There isn't a lot cooking on the satellite radar composite screen, and I don't think there's going to be a lot, not for our area today. Maybe the farther south you go, the farther east you go, especially the farther south and east you go. That's where we have better chances to see some showers. And really, it's south of the I-4 corridor where all that tropical moisture is that we're going to see the best chances for more of that rain that's really been coming down since Monday in parts of south and southwestern Florida. So messy and wet down to the south. If you've got travel plans, especially air travel, some of those airports are really being impacted down across South Florida, so double check that stuff. It's 74 in Tallahassee with a little breeze from the northwest. So the dew point is only 63. That tells us it's warm outside, but it's not crazy humid like it was yesterday. In Thomasville, we're at 70. In Valdosta, we're at 74, and the dew point is 73. That tells us that it is crazy humid like it was yesterday. So there's the difference between central and western areas and some of our eastern spots where we've got that additional moisture. Valdosta and Live Oak and Perry at 73, 4 and 5. Some of the warmer spots, Homerville's at 76. Then you look up in Blakely where it's only 61 this morning. Cooler and definitely drier. That breeze out of the north is really trying to push in some of that drier air, and there is drier air to our north and west. It's just running into that wall with that boundary that's stuck, just like all that tropical moisture to the south is running into that same wall where that boundary is. Now, maybe a little bit of patchy fog in some of those eastern areas where we've got the higher humidity. I think as we go through our day today, we're going to find some clouds cooking up. I think we can get a couple of showers, but not the kind of showers that we're going to need to really cool things down wholesale. So yeah, big rains across South Florida. That's where they're going to stay. Higher pressure, drier air well off to our north. That's where it's going to stay. And we're just close enough to everything to get little impacts from both. Those boundary issues are going to continue for another day or two, and that likely means our forecast doesn't change much for another day or two. I do think we could see a few pop-up showers, especially in those southernmost areas today and in the easternmost areas today. Same sort of setup again for tomorrow as we get towards Friday and the weekend, and that tropical moisture starts moving a little bit more away from the peninsula. Now I think everybody starts getting a little bit hotter. Here's what it looks like on the tropical satellite imagery, and you can see all those colors sliding across the peninsula. There's even more way down towards parts of Central America. We're going to keep our eyes on that because some of that may move north next week. The tropical outlook has got the smallest of small chances for any development. I don't think there's going to be anything organizing with what we're looking at right now, but it doesn't have to be organized to bring all those rain chances, and they're certainly feeling that across the Florida Peninsula and in South Florida. Now on the Gulf today, northeast winds that turn more southeast, 5 to 15 seas 1 to 3 feet. Let's go 60s and 70s. Pretty warm out there, but a little less warm to the north and west. I think most of us are going to get to the mid-90s. I'll put the rain chances around 30–40%. Maybe a few showers. We could use them to help calm some of that heat down, but I think a lot of us are going to spend lots of hours in those mid-90s. Tonight it's more mid-70s, more muggy, especially to the south and east. And take a look at that forecast heading into the upcoming weekend. Maybe those rain chances can start to improve by Father's Day, but from now until then, I think it's just lots of hot.